Welcome to episode number 44 of Turning $100 into $1 million, the series where I risk a whopping $100 of my money in an attempt for your entertainment to turn it into $1 million. It is worth noting, I should point out, that we have hit 3,000 subscribers. I am so very grateful and thankful for each and every single one of you. I'm going to be doing an entire video just showing you my acknowledgement, give a little hat tip to every single person that has been with me since the get-go, and even my new subscribers. You're all just as loved. We all have some equity here. And speaking of equity, we are going to be looking at another stock a little bit later on in this episode. We're also going to be looking at the profit and loss numbers in this episode. So it was a weird day for the market. It did shoot up over 100 points in the morning, and then it closed just a couple points right above the closing mark from the day before. It was actually negative at one point, so a very weird day for the market, but it did end up being positive for the most part for most stocks. RF now in 224 profit, or over 10% there, almost 10.5%. We have DGLY down 46.86 or 51.57%. Then we have Levi still maintaining the positive, which is great. Levi is now in the green. Last episode was the first time it's been in the green for several episodes. If you double check there, OG fans of the series will probably have to go all the way back to the archives to see what the last time that Levi was green for me. Long time ago. But 66 cents or 2.52%. Viacom up now almost $15. Now we're gearing towards 100% profit on Viacom ever since I got the free stock of Viacom. And speaking of that, if you would like some free shares, go ahead and use my link down below in the description. When you use my link down below and sign up with Webull, you'll get 2 free stocks, all on me, all free. One valued up to $1,400. Go ahead and use my link down below the Webull, and you'll get 2 free stocks. Viacom now, it's at 98.5% now. Almost at 100% profit. Doubled our money on Viacom. So, can't recall who gave me that free stock, but whoever gave me Viacom, thank you very much, because I've almost doubled my money. I hope you got Viacom too. Hope that was a free stock that you got. OXLC though, 488 or 12.25% down on OXLC. We'll take a look at the charts. RF today, just like the market, did start the day green. It was actually way above $12. And then it tanked, cratered in, hitting as low as 11.76, came back up, actually was back in the positive, drifted, floating, toying with that previous close mark, but it finally decided to come down a bit, and it closed at just below the $12 mark at 11.98. The 5-day chart is still comfortably green, as it's up about 4.5%. 1 month also conclusively up about 2.66 there, and 6 months even looking better. Year to date, 1 year, this stock could very well in the next few weeks or potentially months wipe out all of its losses with the virus, which would be fantastic for this stock. 5-year chart, and it's not impossible. It has made stunning recoveries before in the past after coming down a lot, so this stock could definitely come back. I'm hopeful for RF, and it does pay a nice dividend, and that does show a sign of stability, and it has been paying that dividend, so I'm still confident in RF. We have DGLY, unfortunately, did show that same pattern there, where it would spike up from the market open. I guess there was just a lot of hype for this new week, and people were devastated by the crushing losses that we saw and witnessed last week, which was very surprising. And people are talking about whether or not that could have to do with the election, as this sell-off could indicate that the incumbent would lose. But now if the market does come back, that could also be an indicator. So we'll have to see. September is historically bad month for the market. It's not necessarily a exemplary month for the stock market, September. So I'm not surprised, but at the same time, I did think we made up a lot of ground and we have recovered greatly, and now we're expecting a vaccine hopefully within the next month or two. So I am surprised that we're still where we are right now with the market and that it isn't doing better. I'm surprised about Apple. Apple, large pullback. Many people are selling off Apple when they shouldn't be. But at any rate, I do digress. So it basically toyed around with $1.99 and $2 for the entire day. Very little volatility here. Almost no movement, basically break even for the day, but it did finish up 3 cents. Levi down 22 cents. Same thing. Spike at the open, came down, up and down roller coaster, decided to close in the red. Came down actually the most the entire day was at the final minutes of the market. A little sell-off there after a lot of green over these last 5 days and month, so that could be the reason. But it still is up for the month comfortably. Looking at heading towards 5.5% for the month. Viacom is now over 30 bucks. 30 bucks a share for Viacom now. Was in the low 20s, just felt like yesterday. So Viacom up 40 cents. More action after hours. You could see the 5 days, just in 5 days alone, this stock has gone up over 4.5%. 1 month we're looking at 10.65%. And I'm very confident Viacom, thinking about selling it soon. I do want to sell this stock soon. OXLC down 7 cents, 5 days in the red, 1 month still maintains positively at over 2.5% there. 6 months, it's been a roller coaster for this stock, very volatile, but now it's stabilizing and waiting for the next drastic move. We have looked at the stock prior in other episodes, so if you do remember that episode, if you've seen it, comment down below, let me know. But the stock is going to be the stock ticker INO, or Inovio Pharmaceuticals. And you can see this massive rally it had today. Insane run. Up 231, almost 20.5%. After hours, another $1.11 with another over 8%. Craziness, wild movement. And then you can see the 5 days even more so. You can see this insane uptrend going on 40% there for the 5 days. For the month, it's about to be no longer red. You can see the trend here. Frankly, it's just that one trading day that would actually consider it red for the month if you include after hours. Otherwise, this stock is going to be positive for the month. For the 6 months it is, for the year to date it is, and the 1 year it is. And you could have purchased it if you knew the virus was coming. Although you didn't even have to. You could have bought it into the virus back in April. You still would have made a nice profit, but let's say some of you were able to predict the gravity of this circumstance, then you could have bought at a penny stock, let's call it $3, and as of right now you'd be up 430%. Quite a lot there, but who would have thought? So what's going on? Well, you could probably guess that it is a pharmaceutical company. You could probably guess it has to do with a vaccine or some therapeutic development here. So why Inovio Pharmaceuticals stock is headed higher today? So what happened? Well, shares of the clinical stage biotech Inovio Pharmaceuticals are up by a healthy 20.3% and at normally high volume as of 10:40 a.m. Eastern Standard on Tuesday today. Today's double-digit rally appears to be carryover from CEO Dr. Joseph Kim's presentation yesterday, the H.C. Wainwright 22nd Annual Global Investment Conference. So it didn't include earth-shaking updates in that presentation, but there's definitely worth noting that there could be a phase 1 trial results for the company's closely watched vaccine candidate, INO 4800. First human trial included 40 healthy volunteers, and the shares have been under immense pressure for the last 3 months. In fact, drugmaker stock has fallen by nearly 60% relative to its 52-week high posted back in June. So now what? Should investors buy into this latest rally? Well, it's a risky biotech stock to be sure, but there's a decent chance that the biotech could indeed land a sizable award for its vaccine. So if you're the risk-tolerant type, it might be worthwhile to buy a few shares ahead of the potential catalyst. Definitely a large bet that this company that was once a penny stock would be the one to come up with a vaccine. Could just be some pump right now, and then the dump could be even more drastic. We truly don't know what company will have that vaccine. Pfizer came out with more news today, so it's a massive bet, and at this point you're just throwing darts blindfolded, shot in the dark, for which company is going to have this vaccine or some sort of a treatment or therapy. But if you do want to take that bet, all the power to you. It is up to you. You might as well just invest some money or disperse it into many, many different companies that have that vaccine, and if one hits, you might be able to make up for any other into the other stocks. So up to you. Very risky. I wouldn't touch it though. Just not my style of risk. And I've been there, done that with pharmaceutical companies, and this one is not the most guaranteed, to say the least. So net account value does stand at 164.24, a little bit higher than last episode, I believe. And we are going to be thinking about selling Viacom now that it has hit the 30s, which is huge. If you would like free stocks, again, link will be down below in the description. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, click that like button. And if you want to see more of this my channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit that big red button, and hit that little notification bell as well. That way you're notified every single time I make a new video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you for 3,000 subscribers once again. Thank you.